Hi there, I just quickly want to say in this video that I'm using a different microphone for my camera because I just want to quickly make an update video, not too much with me over here, no big mic or whatever, so if the audio quality is bad, I'm so terribly sorry. But I want to make this because there's an elephant in the room. Or rather, I want to update you. Vergil video, where is it? It's not done! I know that's frustrating considering that I promised the previous video it'll be out next week. It's not. I also wrote some answers to some comments, kind of promising them, yeah, it will be next week, and it is frustrating, more frustrating for me, trust me on that. So I want to kind of show to you, I can say all of these words, doesn't mean anything, so I will just show you why it takes so much time, just to give you a glimpse into the background. I won't spoil anything, so I will blur out a couple of things here and there, so don't worry about that, but here we go. Also, this is called completely unscripted. You might already hear that, I'm so sorry, but I want to quickly make this so that I can immediately go back to editing. So this is how it works. This is my Vergil video. This is the timeline, a lot of stuff here. All of these squares, rectangles, whatever you want to call them, they are files, whether it be audio or visual. The thing is that just showing this timeline doesn't mean anything. It kind of aggravates me when people show their timeline and there's a lot of stuff on it, as if that means, you know, that they do a lot of work. Doesn't really. I could just take a lot of files and just throw it in and look. Oh my god, so much work I've done, right? So what I want to show here is that every single one of these files, excluding the main background that well, actually, no, including that, every single one of my files, both visual and audio, has something in them. These rectangles, these squares, they have something in them, whether they be animation or color correction. Instead of showing you anything from my Vergil video, I'm just gonna make something really quickly here. Let's take a background, let's say Fortuna, and let's have something in front of it. Let's say Dante. Here we go. You have a character and you have a background. Well, the issue now is this. Both of them are completely visually there. You can see both of them quite clearly, and that makes kind of a messy picture. So, how can I make it pleasing to watch? Well, I can blur the background if I want to talk about Dante. So, I blur the background. Boom. Well, issue number one. Just blurring it without showing it being blurry kind of creates a weird skip, if that's the best way of explaining it, for the lack of better words. So, I want to animate it, that it blurs out. There we go. Looks way better, I would say. And they still kind of look a bit different visually wise, so I do color correction, and I make them look better color-wise. There you go. And I might also make an animation on where Dante comes in some sense or form. I do this with everything. I also want to make it look visually cool or have something nice on screen, so I might be very creative here and there and do something really time consuming that takes more time than just doing a few button clicks. But the thing is that I do a lot of work to make my videos to make them as best as they can be. So yeah, I hope you guys can understand why it takes so much time, even though I promised. So why did I promise? Well, it's because of my Nero video, in fact, because I made that video in a really short period of time, something that has constantly stayed with me, being like, yeah, I did that in a really condensed time period. I can do that again. But the thing is that there are differences now that I've sort of subconsciously sort of pushes to the side, unconsciously, subconsciously, whatever. The fact that one, my Vergil video is double the length. It might even be a bit longer as well. Two, I have learned so many more techniques to improve my videos, and the more I learn, the more I will use, equal longer time. So I hope that will not necessarily be like an apology, but more give you an understanding of why it takes so much long, and that I keep reaching for the stars when I'm just one guy. So, that's one update, where my Vergil video is, etc. Update number 2. I want to start making weekly content again, that's why I made this update instead of just working on my Vergil video to get it out whenever it's ready. I want to make stuff weekly so that you guys sitting at home can subscribe, fully aware that, yeah, I can get content once a week, whether they be one of these 3 videos. Reviews, my most unoriginal, I suppose. It's good practice to keep being critical, to see both positive and negative with everything. But again, it's an oversaturated market on YouTube, but I still enjoy doing them, and it's a way for me to stay topical, I suppose. Number 2, game disc. hit or miss. Some videos do really well, others are really bad, but I enjoy doing them because I can be a bit more free, talk about whatever I want, be a bit more, not creative necessarily, but have a bit more access to whatever I feel like. I know that doesn't mean anything, but I don't know, I feel very free when I make them. I'm not like, okay, I'm making in the mind of Vergil, just stay in the DMC scape, you know, I can just focus on what I want to talk about, whether they be Dante's inclusion in Devil May Cry 4 or something else. And number 3, of course, my magnum opus of a series, In the Mind of. So yeah, I want to make the weekly content, and I will also try, and again, this video is more for me as as sort of a do this. I want to be able to make one In the Mind of per month. I really do. At least. I think it's impossible for me to make 2, considering the work, but I think that if I choose 2 characters that doesn't have this dense amount of lore, games, etc., and just take 2 smaller characters, I could potentially do it, but we'll see. I can try it. So those are my 3 series, and I will try to do that. I feel better about myself and about life, so I feel like I can do it. I feel motivated. So we'll see. What else do I want to talk about? So the thing about the Vergil video is that it's probably going to be the last Devil May Cry in the mind of until Devil May Cry 6, so I want to make it feel like a conclusion of my Devil May Cry videos. So I kinda don't want to rush it. I hope you guys can understand that. So there's also another idea I have, or not necessarily that I have, but some friends of mine gave, that I stream a lot, and maybe I should try making sort of a compilation of hype movements or whatever with the streams. And speaking of streams, I'm gonna stream tonight Darksiders Genesis. It just came out yesterday, I think. So if you look down in the description below, there's my Twitch. If you are curious when I'm gonna start today, just click on the Twitch button down there, scroll a bit down, and you can see my schedule. I'm gonna update it after I make this video. I'm gonna update it so that you can fully be aware of when it's starting the stream, because I want to make a review out of it. But my next video will be the Vergil one, and as I said, I will keep to a weekly upload schedule. So I know I shouldn't keep promising stuff, but come on, I can do it, you know. So there you go. That's my video, that's my update. I hope it will give you some sense of satisfaction. Alleviate some of your irritation, maybe. Because, you know, the more I promise stuff and I can't follow through them, the less my word will mean. And I really dislike that. Mostly for myself. If I can't follow what I promised, then that's really shitty. So yeah, that's what I have to say. Hope I see you later today in Darksiders. Bye! God damn it.